On my kicker tonight, I am glad that this annus horribilis, Latin for horrible year, is coming to an end. What a year it has been for the world, for our country, and for each one of us individuals. 2020 is not going to be an easy year to forget for many people who are alive today. For Kenyans, the year 2020 will be remembered as the year of the coronavirus pandemic. COVID-19 assaulted who we are. It disrupted the way we live and even the way we breathe. We were never meant to be a nation of lockdowns, movement restrictions, or face masks. Ours was and is the land of them that roam free, breathing the fresh air of our all-time well-balanced climatic conditions. But because of COVID, our lives are tonight run from our nose, with our noses and mouths tucked behind the safety of a face mask. 2020 saw face masks leave the surgical room to become the statement of both survival and fashion. Our initial resistance, that resistance that is typically Kenyan, broke down when we all discovered that COVID-19 means ill, literally, and even death. Now, they say misery is subjective, but on COVID-19, humanity has largely been and remains on the same side, which is why tonight I pay homage to the Kenyan spirit, that spirit of resilience and the ingenuity that kicks in whenever we have to fight for our dear lives from shared trenches. It is the spirit that drives our gallant frontline workers through a battle that has seen some of them pay the ultimate price. From the ambulance drivers to specialist doctors in the intensive care unit, our medics stood out to be counted this horrible year. Even in the middle of personal and professional grievances, they still ensured that those in need of help could still get the best Kenya can offer. I honor the spirit of the resilient businessmen and women whose businesses took a direct hit from a pandemic that thrives in the destruction of normalcy. From hotel operators to event organizers, they kept the faith through a year of unknown unknowns. They swam in the sea of uncertainty, but keeping the belief that each sea must have a shore and that they shall land at some point. And how shall we not commend and honor the spirit of parents and millions of school-going children that contended with what has been described as a lost school calendar year? Even though we may never know fully what the year meant to some of the children, it has been difficult. But historians would console us that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't exactly humanity's worst year. They would remind us of the year 536 CE, when volcanic eruptions covered the earth with thick fog that blocked out the sun for nearly 2 years, causing a sharp drop in temperatures and a decline in food production. Historians would also remind us of the Spanish influenza of 1918 to 1920 that killed nearly 50 million people around the world. They would even remind us of the First and Second World Wars and other seasons of global instability. But none of all that would be greater than that which we have experienced in our own lifetime. And for all of us, COVID-19 and 2020 remains our worst year yet. That is my kicker.